This is everybody's day. This is everybody's day. As you have received the Lord Jesus, continue in Him. That's a principle to sustain operations. Every time you do anything that strikes a chord in the realm of the Christ, it is wisdom not to celebrate achievements, but to sit with the Spirit and understand the pathway. Now, there are many pathways in God, and what happens most times is when a man begins to seek God, he stumbles. Please say the word stumble. Stumbling means you did not consciously walk into it. You just found yourself walking a path, and then you got some result. Now, sometimes you don't even know you walked a new path. You just discover that your results are different. Your results are because you stumbled on a path. You walked a path that was not known to you. You need to sit with the Spirit so that He lectures you on the nature of that path. That's how to sustain an operation. If not, our lives in God will be characterized by undulating experiences. Today you are high, tomorrow you are low. If you prayed for 2 hours today, don't celebrate 2 hours, because yesterday you did 5 minutes. You may need to sit, you should, not may, you need to sit with the Spirit and let Him teach you to understand where you walked that produced 2 hours of prayer. Lord, where did you take me into that produced 2 hours of prayer? What are the rules of permanent residence in that location? When you begin to ask such questions in prayers, He knows you are interested, then He begins to guide you. Because many times our excellence in God, those one-off demonstrations that we come into are actually invitations for permanent residence. But what we do many times is to celebrate what happened well and not seek the Lord how to continue sustaining it. May the Lord give us understanding. By the grace of God, I'm excited. My spirit is alive. And funny enough, my body is not tired. It was a long weekend, travel to Benin on Friday, and my plan was to sleep throughout. My sessions on Saturday were long. It was 8 to 12 and 1 to 6, and I had to stand and minister, preach, pray, impart. So when I got to Benin, I heard that Evangelist Lawrence had already worked in and was already ministering. So he had an evening stroke night session. So we had like 3 hours discussion, and I discovered that our pains are the same. I'm sharing this I'm not going to bring us into the whole details, but there was a simultaneous oath that we both made. We said to the Lord that if there was anything that God had apportioned for our generation, we will not die without touching it. I'll share with him that for me, ministering in Benin was not an opportunity to minister. I sensed strongly that part of my inheritance is hanging over in that seat. So I said, I went there to pick what is my own. We're chatting how difficult it was to do certain things, but yesterday it was easy, because there are things you can touch in Benin that you can't touch anywhere else in the world. But I saw that my picture of our fathers being old was the pain that our fathers are old is the same to me. We're joined by a third pastor. I know we're sharing, and the pastor said, but yes, people are pressing. And I asked the question, can we press like this for 20 years and touch what Bishop Oyedepo touched? Pastor Godwin, is good to see. Always tell me when you are coming out. Can we press like this for 20 years and touch what our fathers touched? What I'm saying, because simultaneously our picture is that our fathers will grow old, but in 20 years most of the front line ministers in the nation will have gone to glory. In 20 years we will not pray them to die, they will die. Because there are moves of God that they have pioneered that they will not be involved in. And whether the generation is ready or not, they cannot run in that race.